we are soon coming to the closing session, or we're in the closing session. Then Madeleine and me, we opened and we'll as well close. But we're very happy that the German Ministry for Development Cooperation is here represented by Daniela Krahl. I think, Daniela, you have to carry that around. We're improvising a lot with this technology. And yes, we'll share a few words for us. And can you help Daniela that she can find her way to the... Okay. Yes. No, it's great to have you here for a few messages from the ministry. We're really thankful for your continued support, and the floor is yours.
Thank you. Thank you, Arne. Thank you again. Thank you, SuSanA platform. Yes, and again, now 11 years ago, SuSanA was founded to enhance sustainability, effectiveness in sanitation systems, and to promote learning to increase evidence and knowledge management within the sanitation sector. Looking backward, with the backdrop of the newly released synthesis report of SDG 6 on water and sanitation, now it's well documented and outspelled the need to consistently enhance commitments of all stakeholders to mobilize efforts to end all forms of poverty, fight inequalities, while ensuring that no one is left behind, especially in SDG 6. And today, billions of people still lack access to safe water and sanitation, resulting in chronic diseases, missed education, and reduced productivity, and you're all well aware of the consequences. Looking forward, it is clear that the continuous focus should be on scaling up sanitation provision and making access for all a reality. And we are far away from that reality today. New partnerships are needed, involving stakeholders within and beyond the sanitation sector, to balance competing needs and financing needs especially, and to act together to bring SDG 6 back on the track that it can be reached end of 2030. I have to change. That does not work. I did something wrong. No,
it's just there's some disturbance.
Hello? Yeah? Okay. So one of the new, or maybe it's not new for most of you, but digitalization should continue to be embraced in this sector as more innovative approaches, so that sanitation invention can be as effective as possible, and that we will come back on track over time. SuSanA and its members plays a significant role in putting sanitation on the global agenda and have gradually increased standards and targets. So we see SuSanA as a driving force and key contributor in the sector, not only in knowledge management, but also in capacity building and institutional strengthening and capacity building in these institutions. Recently, we, BMZ, commissioned the GIZ sector program, Sustainable Sanitation. Arne is head of this program for the period 2018 to 2021. With this commission, we continue our support in sanitation and hygiene, especially in line with the global agenda 2030, and what is important for the German cooperation development system, in line with the humanitarian aid, which is not done by the BMZ, but we work to the real limits where we have to work together. In addition, The bilateral German portfolio, BMZ commissioned the Global Initiative Sanitation for Millions in 2016, and that is also supported by the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. And I heard that they had their floor here today. We intend to further increase the exchange with the humanitarian sector to build capacities in partner countries and create synergies between the development cooperation and the humanitarian aid in WASH. But we will continue to work with other sectors as well, not just the humanitarian aid sector. And as one of the best examples we have seen this year, the Amazon Compendium, which was released this year in April. It's a great example of a joint collaboration of the work SuSanA and their members are doing for the humanitarian aid, and even though they work in the sustainable development sector as well. It is so important, I'm mentioning this several times, because it has changed the way we are allowed to fund. So the funding principles have changed a bit. The new BMZ water strategy further reflects the need on increased attention on sanitation issues, emphasizing the human rights-based approach and the leave no one behind principle. Our water strategy clearly recognizes that substantial investment will be required, particularly in the growing urban areas, and we will have several events here on this Stockholm Water Week on innovative financing instruments. So financing is a key issue in water and sanitation. Maybe here I should stop. I could not follow your meeting. I heard it was very good because I was in a very inspiring meeting of UN Water where all UN organizations and programs concerning water cooperate, and it is wonderful to see that there's real progress. So in the further light of the agenda, this SuSanA meeting has, oh no, I leave that. I better come to the conclusion. I'm sorry. What is open to say, we BMZ, we welcome contributions and collaborations from other partners, development partners, especially development partners, to increase the impact and the scaling up approach to reach the targets of the Agenda 2030. We heard that the World Bank is here, so good to hear that. And as BMZ continues to support existing efforts to achieve SDG 6, we should all be collectively inspired by the fact that our work will lay the foundation for a healthier world, hopefully. We will and remain committed to supporting the SuSanA Alliance in addressing the global sanitation challenge. And I'm very pleased to be here to meet and to engage with you, the partners, the members, you're the base and you are the SuSanA Alliance. And I congratulate all of you to this successful meeting this year. Thank you. Okay. Right.
Thank you, Daniela. Yes, you said it. Thank you very much for funding the sector program I'm heading. But for this room, the important thing is that ensures until 2021 that there's the base funding that we are so used to. Yes, so I think that's really good news. And we are having these fundamental discussions about the governance and about the future of SuSanA. And we started that in 2018. 8, 9, 10. Roland, I know with nearly every SuSanA meeting we had sort of, should we go on, should we stop? And now we are doing this in a bigger version. Regional chapters are an important part of it, other things as well, but I think it's, yes, we'll continue to grow, and we have a base on which we can discuss all that. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Arne.
If you want to announce something, then take the mic.
In a few minutes, we'll just project the SuSanA flyer here so you can see the co-convening sessions and other World Water Week activities that are co-convened by SuSanA and SuSanA partners, and also information on working group meetings. Just one more thing, we've had remote participants from all over the world watching the SuSanA meeting. I'd just like to give them a voice and say that they really appreciated the water integrity topic. And most remote participants also agree that if we deliver good results as regional chapters, local institutions will come up and fund these regional chapters. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Wow. Okay, we started it, we close it? Yeah. And I start with, I was saying thank you to the German ministry, but I'm again saying thank you very much to SCI, this is because of SCI, that we're here, organizing at the room, and like it's the 11th time we're here, or the 12th, again and again. So thanks to SCI. And I would invite you to start to summarize a little bit what we've heard and give some few reflections, and then let's see.
Yes, okay, so I was given this task like 2 minutes ago to summarize the meeting. So that's how it goes when you work with partners for 11 years.
It's the same working with you.
So I just want to say also, first, you thanked SCI, and I would like to thank my colleagues at SCI, because I haven't actually been as involved as I usually am, and I'm so, everything has been wonderful because I've been able to participate, not running around after dirty cups or something like that I usually do at SuSanA meetings in Stockholm. I also would like to, this meeting is never possible without support from the SuSanA Secretariat.
Yeah, that's here.
Yeah. So I really want to thank them. And I also want to thank absent friends and supporters that are never here in the room, but actually also contribute to our work and will contribute to the development of the chapter in Latin America, which is SIDA.
Okay,
and they always send our greetings to the meetings, but they are here in Stockholm, and they are running and hosting so many meetings this week, so they never come on the Saturday. And you have the UN meeting and so forth. But they should not be forgotten, because
Absolutely.
they have been supporting us all the time through. So, yeah, Arne, great meeting again.
I think so.
Isn't that amazing?
Yes, and surprising or sort of synergies. What Martin was telling came from a totally different angles than some other contribution, but was hitting at the same points. I was thinking there was, as sort of, we're looking from very different perspectives, but then sometimes we see that we come at the same, we reach the same points, and that as well gives the orientation that we maybe like to have before we dive into this full water week.
Yeah, okay, yeah. And I also reflected on that when I started to go to the SuSanA meetings. So many of the sessions were moderated by men, like...
In the beginning,
yeah,
meetings
like
1 to
European
5.
men. Like,
we might have had all male, white-nosed
yeah,
meetings.
a little bit like that, yes. So we are also changing, and happily to see that we have had such a diversity, so many women, and so many capable women, and I must say, I've never seen such a good presentation of our network as I saw today by Doreen. So congratulations, the new generation of SuSanA is on going. So this has been a meeting when we assess progress, and we also have some new topics, or at least it was introduced in Brazil, but here it has also been discussed with transparency, which actually engage even our members online, which is great. And I think everyone in this room, is there anyone who has not had problem with transparency and integrity in your work? Please raise your hand. Yeah, that's what I guessed. Very important work, yes? We are laying ahead of us, and that's it. And what is also interesting is that things comes back and things, appears again, questions that we had from the start. We started out as a network saying that this sector we will not be able to achieve goals without subsidies. And they have to be smart. It was in our first vision document, actually. There has been big discussions all these years about subsidies and not subsidies. And today we had a very interesting presentation from the World Bank, or you can mention public funding, but it's really very interesting in a world where we're aiming to reach out to everyone, to reach equal goals, giving access to everyone, that we really know where the finance is going, and who we are supporting, and who gets subsidies, and who don't, and who should have. And that dialogue is really, really important for what we are doing, and I hope to see it continue. I'm about to be grandmother any minute, so I can't be a part of a taxation session. I'm so sorry, but it will probably be great, Martin. Good luck with that one. I would say also there's actually no lack of funding. It's not on the right place. But there is a lack of capacity, and that's where our network is so important, together with other networks. And we see that there is a gap. People want knowledge. They want knowledge. They want to adapt knowledge that we have into their context. But they have also a lot of resources, and they have also very interesting examples of solving and contributing to our big challenge. And we are not really getting access to it, and that's why the regional chapters are so important. So I hope that they can have this flow of information and cases and facilitate, and that there are global donors that will continue to support us so that we can have a face-to-face meetings, because they are also important in the countries, in the regions, and at global level to share the knowledge. Okay, we have also seen the challenges of today. They have been presented here. We have discussed migration, and we have discussed the big camps. And now it was Cox's Bazar. And we know that they are not going to end. People are going to stay there for a long time. And we see more and more people having to leave their homes because of different reasons, and one of them is climate change. And I just want to kind of still encourage you to go and meet Greta, 15-year-old, who is fighting for climate change, and that we bring it into our work. And I would like to also encourage everyone to go to our climate session on Monday, where we, but you say, sorry. It's
must be something there.
It's a working group that has been dormant, but is coming alive again, and bringing us into the real context, because this is real, it's happening now, and we have to work together to do something about it. Okay. And then I would just like to say that we have worked from the beginning with sustainability, and I think SuSanA as a network is really, really well positioned to support the achievement of the SDGs, because we have worked with the interlinkages and seeing the connections all the time. And achieving goal number 6 in isolation is not really the purpose with Agenda 2030, but it's achieving the whole agenda through the goal number 17, which is based on our global collaboration. So that's my summary of the day.
Thanks a lot. Usually we spend some time here to look into the future and which events are coming and which could be the South meeting. this time we can't really do this because in end of February there is the AfricaSan combined with the Fecal Sludge Management 5 meeting, and I think there's no way out that somehow there will be as SuSanA. Before in November is the World Toilet Day with the India chapter meeting. I'll ask if there's ideas of fundamental things coming in the next 12 months to speak up, but I'll invite Kitch to say a few words on AfricaSan, and we missed out to, before this meeting, formalize a little bit more that we have a formal invitation, but during the water week or so, I think we have to do something.
Okay, thank you, Arne. So, like he said, AfricaSan is coming up 18th to 22nd of February 2019, and the theme of the 5th AfricaSan conference is Transforming Sanitation in Africa. Transforming Sanitation in Africa by, what was it again?
Well, it's a good theme.
Yeah.
No, but I think what is for the
Okay,
for the people on their screens around the globe and in the room, the weekend before AfricaSan is the weekend 16th, 17th of February.
Yes, it's 16.
And I would think it's quite probable that either on the Saturday or on the Sunday, let's talk to FSM5 and to you. There'll be something. Yes. So and help us to make it something good. And
Yeah, sorry, I remember the theme.
oh,
Transforming Sanitation in Africa, accelerating the achievement of the goal commitments towards the SDGs.
absolutely. Yes, great.
Yeah, that's the theme. So we have 4 sub-themes, and most of the partners here are leading on some of the sub-themes. And as you are aware, there's a process of knowledge sharing that takes place. We have a series of sub-regional meetings planned in West and Central Africa, East, North, and North Africa. North is in Cairo, East in Kenya, South is in Johannesburg, and then West and Central in Gabon.
Yeah.
So that fits into the entire process.
And Lara and Manal, you'll talk to Kitch about how to integrate maybe some messages from the WANA chapter. Everybody here as well during the Water Week, think about how to make that useful, how to make that, what could be an idea, talk to each other, talk to the Secretariat, talk to Kitch, so that we come with a good idea how this kind of a meeting would be. Either it's the sort of the typical Saturday, or it starts on Sunday and opens the great days ahead, something like that.
It's a great opportunity for us to strengthen knowledge sharing on the continent of Africa, working with between SuSanA and AfricaSan.
Okay, great. Thanks, Kitch. I'm aware of the November thing, and that means in Mumbai. I think that will be as well quite. Then there's something, you were mentioning, we were talking about it, Martin, there's in Beijing, and that's as well in November. So just to make you aware, there's the expo in Beijing, and there might be some activities of SuSanA. There's a high chance that maybe Bill Gates is coming. There's a chance that other prominent people will be coming, so it's just around the corner. But my guess is something would happen there, and we're considering as well how SuSanA in one or the other form could be there. And if you're interested in that, I think we have to talk to Heinz-Peter Mang and Professor Li Zifu, because I think they'll be heavily involved. Yeah, the other things where you would like to make aware the crowd here or us all that we should think about in the next 12 months? Yes, Lara.
It might not be as relevant, but there's the Arab Water Week also
yes.
coming up in February. I am not sure when, also in February, but I will double check. Manal, when Manal? Is that okay?
Okay, so it's a
maybe
busy
But
February.
do you know when the World Water Week is? The Arab Water Week is in February, صح? Okay, we will double check and let you know. But I think since it will be in Jordan, this is something really good for, at least for us. We will make sure that we do have presence, at least as SuSanA regional chapters. I did want to say that we'd like to have the SuSanA meeting there. But this is something you guys can discuss. But I'd honestly, since the region, I don't mean to overthrow anybody else's plans, but I thought maybe it might be a good idea to have the SuSanA a meeting in Jordan for two reasons. One, the regional chapter just started working, and this is something good. Second of all, we would have probably have done the regional roundtable. Okay, yes, thanks. So it's going to be from the 3rd to the 7th of March. And we thought that the regional roundtable, which we plan to do, is going to be before that. And we're going to have results to showcase. And I think this is something good for us to showcase during the week. And at the same time, maybe have the SuSanA global meeting back to back. And you can get to see all the regional partners, because most of the regional stakeholders working on these issues will be there. So it's up to you.
Okay, we have competition. That's good. There's another, okay.
I can add another alternative. In April next year, also it's going to happen Latinozone, which is the ministry, which is the conference in ministerial level for Latin American ministries of water sanitation. So another opportunity here.
Okay.
Yeah, another opportunity I mentioned briefly when I came in this morning, but new people came in. So there's this All Systems Go seminar, symposium. There will for sure be government officials also, but I heard also today there are quite good examples, and people may want to, try to present at this symposium.
Is it
it's
in February
in March?
next year? No, it's March.
12th to 14th of March. So then you may opt for something new, and it's in the Netherlands.
Okay, that's close by. For me, yeah. Okay, so my summary is we have a India chapter that does Mumbai, we have a Latinozan chapter that does Latinozan, and we have a WANA chapter that does the Arab Water Week, and we have the global meeting that, but that's sort of, that would be a way to cater to 4. But let's see. Yes. I think we have to close.
Yes, we saw the sign.
We saw the sign, yes, and if you give the mic, because there are directions to the evening restaurant. And it's, for those who have been last year, it's the same place, but for those who have not, Madeleine, how do we find it?
Yeah, you pronounce it, first of all, Sjöcaféet. Yeah, it's very particular Swedish sound there. Sjö. You can train it down to the...
Sjöcaféet.
Yeah, something like that. Okay, we have also 9 ways of spelling it or something like that. So for more information, we can give that over the beer. You follow this big road out here, down to the river, to the canal, and cross the bridge.